Mr. Molling, I want to be honest with you. I've never stood in the shoes I'm about to slip on, so to speak, and use it as my motivation to tell you a short story of a beloved individual. I have never navigated through anything like this, and I hope and pray to God I never have to do it again. I have no idea if you've had experiences with families of victims, but if you have, my heart goes out to you as you listen to these stories and try to do what you can to help. Please bear with me as I typed out my thoughts just in case my emotions got the best of me and I needed to be redirected. Please feel free to stop me at any time if you have questions. The pain is still fresh, so forgive me if I need it just a moment. To you, Mr. Molling, any distinguished guest present or that made this meeting possible, and to all family members, on behalf of my immediate and extended family, as well as other honored and distinguished families present who continue to mourn and advocate with me collectively here today, I thank you sincerely and feel a large debt of gratitude towards you for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with us today. And I'm honored and pleased to be in your presence and extremely grateful to be heard in this forum. Beside of me, you've surely noticed this empty chair. To you, it is most likely just a simple, ordinary empty chair. To you, it may represent a symbol of someone waiting to sit and speak with you about any topic that they may choose. However, to every person in this room, and for countless others across our great nation, it is an empty chair that is symbolic of someone who we will never be blessed to see again. It's symbolic of a missing son, a missing daughter, missing friend or cousin, an eternal void in our hearts, minds, and souls, a missing fan at a awards ceremony, a softball game, or a football game. Mr. Molling, in my case, from Louisiana, my empty chair can no longer be filled by my one and only older sister, Crystal. I must ask, Mr. Molling, do you happen to have any siblings? Then you know that the love of a sibling is rare, special, and unique. A sibling can drive us crazy to the farthest reaches of our patience and be our biggest champion all in a single afternoon. Mr. Molling, I wish I could spend hours talking to you about Crystal's silly shenanigans or her upbeat personality, her radiant, loving, and warm persona and smile that lit up every single room that she walked into. But certainly that's a conversation for another day. Every single person in this room has a loved one who was taken from them far too soon. We are a small but very formidable group, collectively united in grief and resolve, all bound together by similar tragedies. We're here to fight for and give a voice to those who no longer have voices, to pick up the flag in their fight for justice and march forward as we are reminded in the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 24, as it mentions, but let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Every single one of us have had to look at that empty chair for the first time after we lost our loved one. Not just one time, but every time from now until the end of our lives, a piece of us is missing. Each day, through the support of family and friends, I'm learning how to try to process, better cope and understand, and sort through my deep, intense grief over the mysterious manner in which Crystal died, without permitting that grief to crush me or my spirit, as I have young children of my own that I must live for daily. Children who desperately need me. If you have children, then I know you must understand the importance of being there for them, even on days when you can hardly be there for yourself. Every Christmas, birthday, Easter, or family gathering has that one empty chair that will painfully no longer be filled by Crystal. In 2023, the year Crystal died, there were 18,456 documented murders within the United States alone. These are only documented cases. That's 18,456 documented empty chairs. That would be akin to almost all of the seats in Madison Square Garden not being filled. These are the documented cases. There are countless others, like ours, where our families continue to search for answers. Today, I'm not asking you to move mountains. Mountains can't be moved in a day, or a week, or a year. My sister's case isn't unique. It's not a 1 in a million case that you're going to remember forever. It's likely a case you'll forget when I leave this room. It's a case that happens in almost every town and in every state, where an investigation is closed too soon, an hour and 45 minutes for Crystal's case, and prematurely ruled a suicide or an accident without a proper investigation. Mr. Molling, knowing that you have siblings, while I would never wish this pain on any other human being, but for the purpose of our gathering today, I want you to imagine the worst argument you ever had with them. Now imagine not being able to make amends or apologize for that silly argument. Think to yourself, could you go 452 days without talking to your sister or your brother? No phone call, no text, no social media post, no silly memes being sent between you. Nothing. Nada. Zero. That's how long it's been since I was given the last opportunity to talk to my one and only sister, Crystal. I don't know what truly happened that day. I wasn't present. I leave that to people who hold different college degrees than I do. What I do know is without someone like you stepping up as a liaison and finding a way to help me get closure in Crystal's case, I'll spend the rest of my life not knowing the truth. That, in and of itself, is a torment that frays one's nerves beyond repair. My 2 brothers, my mom, my 2 daughters, and her 2 sons, they deserve an answer as to what happened that tragic day, whatever it may be. Crystal's life mattered, and she mattered. In closing, I'd like to give you this picture of her as a tangible reminder that Crystal was a real person. She was a mom, a daughter, an aunt, a sister, and at the time of her untimely and mysterious death, with very questionable circumstances, she was soon to have become a grandmother as well for the very first time. She was and is loved by so many, and she's missed by all. To know her was to love her, and I just need you to help me make her voice heard. I thank you again for this opportunity. I'm grateful to you, sir, and look forward to any help you can give me on this uncharted journey for answers for my family.